There are a lot of brand new WWE action figures headed our way for 2026, and today we're going to be getting into some of those figures and when we could potentially see them, maybe some updates, talking about some upcoming events, including Walmart CollectorCon. We're going to talk about Mattel Revealed that's coming up later in March, and we're going to talk about Wrestlemania 42 and the reveals that we should see there, and just talk a little bit about what we should see at each event. Of course, as we approach each event and as the coverage unfolds and everything like that, we will discuss it here on the channel, but let's get into it, man. Now, these figures right here are not going to be revealed at these upcoming things. These are just things that we know about, but I don't think these will be revealed at these events. These are going to be more of other things that should be hitting before these events take place, or should be showing up on Target/Walmart shelves. So the first thing I want to get into is going to be Elite Series 125. This entire set is actually shipping out right now. I should have reviews going up starting possibly tomorrow, depending on if they get delivered today. So that should be out. Elite Series 125. You know, this is the Coco Beware set, the Stephanie figure. That entire wave right there should be hitting any second now. And this also includes the new Top Picks John Cena and Seth Rollins figure. And I actually plan on making a whole video on that John Cena figure and probably destroying it. So that should be pretty fun. But we also have Elite Series 126. This was just unveiled the other day at New York Toy Fair. And I imagine that this set should be hitting ringside within the next month or so. I'd imagine probably mid to late March. This should hit ringside collectibles. If you're expecting these figures on shelves, probably summertime. I'm looking at probably May, mid-May, something like that for these figures. Elite 125 probably hitting around April, probably end of April, beginning of May. It could even be a little bit later than that. It could be mid-summer, maybe even late summer, man. Sometimes you never know about these main WWE Elite sets, but that's Elite Series 126. We also have a look at Legend Series 30. Now, we've known about this set for a while. This has the Build-A-Figure Bob Backlund in it. This is going to be Target exclusive. This set should be hitting within the next month or so as well. As we know, the RVD set just hit. Not RVD, by God. But you know, this set includes the British Bulldog Bobby Heenan. This set is already out on retail shelves, and that is Series 29, but we do know in Series 30 that should be hitting, I would imagine, by the end of March, maybe even in April of some kind, but we do know that's a Target exclusive wave that's also coming this year if you guys are interested in that. We also have to talk about Legend Series 31. Now, I could see these being on display at Wrestlemania since it'll probably be the fresh set that we get. Now, Legend Series 31, we've known about these for a while. The prototypes have been shown on a couple ringside live streams as well. But this is that Triple H wave, that Bull Nakano wave. I expect those figures to probably either be hitting Target stores, and they may even be on display at WrestleMania. So when we get to WrestleMania, you know, they usually do some sort of Legends display, and I could absolutely see this full wave being on display as well at the event there in Las Vegas. And then we have a few Ultimate Editions here. Now, we don't know a ton of Ultimate Editions that are coming, but I wanted to talk about this a little bit anyways. And these are 3 Ultimate Editions that we know about that are not going to be included in these events that I'm talking about. We do know about the Ultimate Edition Hacksaw Jim Duggan. This is the Legends Ultimate Edition that's going to be Target exclusive. It will be hitting after Bray Wyatt. So the next Ultimate that's supposed to hit retail shelves, again, I imagine this will hit with Legend Series 30. The Bray Wyatt figure should be hitting with Legend Series 30, which again, should be hitting probably by the end of March, maybe the end of April, I imagine. Again, I'm just putting out estimations, but those will probably go together. I imagine Legend Series 30 and Bray Wyatt will go together, and then probably Legend Series 31 and Hacksaw will go together. You see how that makes sense? An Ultimate's usually paired with an Elite line kind of deal, so they do like kind of the reset, and then they're all together, is what I'm imagining there. So that's just what I'm pitching. And then we also know about the pay-per-view exclusive, Amazon exclusive, the PLE WrestleMania Ultimate Edition exclusive, Amazon Ultimate Edition Rock. I can't remember if this has gone up for pre-order just yet, but this should be hitting relatively. I don't remember what the order dates were for this, but we have already got a main product gallery of this, you know, well-lit, well-shot, professional images shot of this. So I imagine it won't be that much longer, but we do know we're getting that this year, so that's just something I wanted to talk about. But let's get into Walmart CollectorCon. So Walmart CollectorCon is not necessarily a reveals type deal. It's usually where they'll put up images and they will put up new pre-orders. So on Walmart.com, you will be able to get these figures, and I'm just making a guesstimation on the figures that are going to go up for pre-order. I'm legitimately just using context clues and things like that. But Walmart CollectorCon is March 12th through the 13th, 2026. Now, I don't know which day will be designated for WWE and Mattel. You guys know that, you know, Hasbro will be putting up stuff and Mattel will put up stuff, and all these different companies will be putting up things for pre-order. That's kind of the whole deal for Walmart CollectorCon, is to attack those collectors, put up all the Walmart exclusives, things like that. But at Walmart CollectorCon, these are the figures that I expect to see go up for pre-order, and we're going to kind of detail that as we know. So let's get into that. Now, this is going to actually be about 6 days, like a week before Mattel Revealed. The Mattel Reveal event, Walmart CollectorCon, should be taking place. But for Walmart CollectorCon, I'm going to guess that the Ultimate Edition Cactus Jack will probably go up for pre-order, and we should have some finalization images of this. We've already seen some prototypes on the ringside live streams approaching this, you know, over the last few weeks since 2026 started. It may have even been before 2025 was over, but we did get to see pretty good images or, you know, a little live stream video of the Cactus Jack Ultimate. I think that'll go up for pre-order as a part of Walmart CollectorCon. Another set that I think will also go up is the Bash at the Beach 3-pack featuring Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall. Again, we've seen prototypes of these figures on the ringside live streams. It would just make sense that by the time these figures go up or shortly before, we will get a gallery of these. Now, we do know that a new gallery should be going up in the next week or two from Mattel, so I imagine that these figures could be included in that gallery. They may not go up for pre-order necessarily until Walmart CollectorCon, which is a couple weeks after that, but I could see that 3-pack for, you know, the Bash at the Beach 3-pack and the Ultimate Cactus Jack, the promo images for those figures releasing. The images for those sets or those figures could go up a week or two before Walmart CollectorCon. They'll just drop the pre-order as a part of Walmart CollectorCon. But another set I wanted to talk about is the Monday Night Wars Greatest Hits Series 3. I don't think these are up for pre-order just yet. I think the listings may be on Walmart.com, but you can't order them just yet. But this is that set that includes Eddie Guerrero. It's got the Build-A-Figure Little Nate. This set entirely. Interesting set. God, I wish that Eddie Guerrero, man. That Eddie Guerrero with the, I don't know why they changed the tan already. That's just ridiculous. But I think this set also includes what? Billy Gunn, Road Dogg. Pretty sweet set right there. I'm looking forward to this set. We'll see how it goes. But I think that set will go up for pre-order. And then also Monday Night Wars Series 11. And Monday Night Wars Series 11 is going to be the Hulk Hogan wave with Bryan Adams and the Headbangers. I think it's got the Build-A-Figure Rick Rude in it, if I'm not mistaken. I think that set will also be going up for pre-order as a part of Walmart CollectorCon. Now, again, could be totally wrong. I'm just giving you my estimations on these, but all of these figures are coming very soon. So if you guys are wanting these figures, I would get your money in order if you want to be putting up pre-orders. Now, you guys know how I feel about Walmart pre-orders. I'm just kind of letting you know and filling you in on all these things as we approach it. But we already knew about all these figures. Again, I know some people miss out on the news videos. Some people are super up to date, and as soon as we drop news, they're right on top of it. But some people don't follow us closely. So I try to update you guys so you guys can know exactly when these figures are coming and what you can prepare for if you guys are interested in certain things. But one thing I wanted to leave here with Walmart CollectorCon, you guys remember that listing that we talked about? It was leaked out maybe a week or two ago. It was this random listing on Walmart.com that says Survivor Series Undertaker action figure. Now, I don't know if that's going to be, the reason I put it in the Walmart CollectorCon category is because we don't know what this is. We have never even heard about anything like this. So this could be an instance where this figure is kind of is revealed over the next month or so before, or the next few weeks before Walmart CollectorCon, or maybe it's after that. But I'm just saying, since it was listed on Walmart.com, it kind of sounds like it's going to be a Walmart exclusive. So maybe this could be the next Ultimate Edition, or maybe this is some random one-off exclusive. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that, but we do have a Survivor Series Undertaker figure apparently coming. I don't know if that's Walmart CollectorCon or if that's involved. I just wanted to include it right here just so you guys would be in the loop. But we kind of speculate. If you guys want more speculation on what this figure could be or whatever, go check out this video. I'll put up an image of it. You can go check that out. But there's been so much leaks and so much news, you know, just being in the loop, man. So I try to keep you guys up to date on a daily basis if possible. But let's move into Mattel Revealed. Now, this is an event that's going to be taking place March 19th, 2026. Again, just a week after Walmart CollectorCon, which isn't really it's not really an event. It's just some figures going up for pre-order. Maybe they'll show up a new gallery, something like that. But Mattel Revealed is going to be a live stream. Now, again, it's my fault that I'm not included in this. I think I was actually going to be a part of Mattel Revealed, but I mentioned this in another video. It's my fault, and the spot filled up, so I was unable to get in there. So that was pretty disappointing, but it's my fault, of course. But Mattel Revealed is coming up on March 19th, and they're going to reveal some stuff. Now, as far as being revealed, I don't know if we know of anything right now that is going to be shown on that live stream as a part of that show. Last year, we did get a few things. Of course, it was pretty cool. They revealed the Superstars Rock 2-pack and things like that. But the only thing I can really think of is we have seen prototypes of the drug-free Punk Elite that went up for pre-order last, I think, the end of the year last year. It was September through October. I think it was October 4th is when the ending listing happened, and that set, it's made to order drug-free Punk. We did see a prototype of that on a ringside live stream as well, and that figure looks pretty damn good. Maybe they show that off in its finished entirety. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just making a guess, but I think anything we get right here is just going to be Mattel Creations exclusive, right? It's going to be a new Ultimate, maybe a new Elite 2-pack, maybe some new figures of some kind. I don't know what that could be. It's kind of varied year to year. Sometimes we get an Ultimate, sometimes we get an Elite 4-pack, sometimes we get different things. It just kind of changes. I don't know what they're thinking here, but it's going to be some sort of Mattel Creations exclusive figure, and that would be pretty cool. I don't think we're going to see the John Cena Ultimate. That's still a ways away. I don't think they'll mention that whatsoever. I'm excited to see what they do, and this is just something I'll put it there. It's just a little Easter egg or a little footnote so it can be in your brain, but maybe it could have something to do with the Larry Ultimate Edition CM Punk figure. We're getting that Ultimate CM Punk that's going to have a Larry a part of it. Maybe this is going to be a part of Mattel Revealed. I'm not entirely sure. Again, just using context clues, kind of putting everything together here. I'm just putting that out there that this is a possibility that could be revealed or some sort of thing that takes place, but Mattel Revealed, really have no idea, man. That's just my best guesses. There's a couple Punk figures. I don't really have anything else for you. It could be completely shock dropped on us, Sometimes they keep things really close to the vest and then boom, they happen, and that probably is what's going to be taking place, but that's it for Mattel Revealed. Now, as far as WrestleMania 42, every year they do some big reveals there. They have figures on display. We'll be out there doing the coverage. We're going to do a video probably every day at WrestleMania this year. I think I'm going to do it similar to Comic-Con where we were kind of vlogging every day, showcasing the new figures and just kind of having fun with it and doing whatever. So that should be fun. But for WrestleMania 42 reveals that are probably going to be happening at WWE World again this year, that is going to be April 16th and 17th. Now, they may reveal things on 18th and 19th, which is the days of WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday. But as far as the reveals, they're usually that first day that World opens on Thursday morning, and then they also reveal some stuff on Friday. Maybe they'll do a panel on the stage like they've done a couple years and stuff like that, but we'll see. We'll see. Nothing written in stone just yet, but that's something we wanted to talk about there. But as far as Mania reveals that we know about right now, I think that the Defining Moments figures, Rey Fenix and Ricky Saints, I think that is when we'll see these figures fully fleshed out. Maybe we'll have, the full gallery of those by then. Maybe we'll have them in their fully just executed details on display. And maybe we'll already, maybe that's old news by then, but I'm just kind of making a prediction that those figures will be there. Maybe we'll see a prototype of the Defining Moments New Jack on display. I think that could take place. It won't be too many details. Every year at WrestleMania, they usually do some sort of prototypes that are one solid color, right? They'll be pink or gray or yellow or whatever, and it'll be the sculpted figure on display. I could see that happening for New Jack, so maybe that will be a thing that takes place. But also, I think we could also see Mattel Creations drug-free CM Punk. I know we just talked about that for Punk, the Mattel Revealed, but I think this is also a possibility where we see it on display here at WrestleMania. Maybe a prototype style deal, similar thing that we saw with the Mattel Creations Hell Frozen Over CM Punk. Another set that I think we'll also see on display is going to be Monday Night War Series 12. Now, if you guys are unaware about Monday Night War Series 12, and maybe this will be already revealed by then, again, I'm just making an assumption, we'll at least possibly see these on display. This Monday Night War Series 12 is going to include Goldberg, Steven Regal, Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior, and then a Build-A-Figure Paul Bearer. Again, this is some leaks that we knew about a couple weeks ago or a month ago or whatever it was, and we talk about this on the channel, so if you guys didn't know about that set is what I imagine would probably be on display at WrestleMania, but again, we'll talk about that a little bit closer as we get there. But another couple sets that we could see on display too, and I don't know, I mean, we're not that far from WrestleMania. I guess we're like 7.5 weeks or so from WrestleMania, so I guess it's coming up on us fast, but maybe we'll have updates on this stuff before it even gets there. But I wanted to mention this as well. WWE Elite Series 127 should be on display as well. I could see that taking place. Now again, a lot of the stuff that they're going to show us too, I can't even tell you about because it's not known. I think it's going to be a bunch of brand new things, right? They always do this at WrestleMania where, there's a few cases. They'll have a case for Monday Night Wars, a case for Mainline, a case for Ultimates, Legends, and all their different sublines. They usually do that at WrestleMania. But Elite Series 127 127, we talked about this beforehand. Bronson Reed, LA Knight, Nathan Frazier, JC Mateo, Alexa Bliss, and Sami Zayn. Now, it was formerly thinking that, you know, Elite 127, we didn't know what the last figure was, but I think it was confirmed that it's LA Knight. Not confirmed necessarily by Mattel or Ringside or something like that, but it's pretty well known, I think, on the backlogs that it's going to be LA Knight. And then for Elite Series 128, thanks to these Walmart listings, we've had some leaks over the last few weeks. A lot of news, lots of leaks and new action figures to know about with WWE and Mattel. But Elite Series 128 apparently, and this could be taking place, we could see this on display at WrestleMania, is Jelly Roll, Talatanga, Ron Killing / R-Truth. And then we also had some listings of some other figures we could be getting, including Randy Orton, JC Jane, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. So all of those figures could potentially be on display at WrestleMania 42 as a part of their reveals. Now, of course, we don't know everything that's going to be happening again at WrestleMania. It seemed like last year they dropped some brand new stuff on, or I mean every year they drop brand new stuff that nobody's ever seen, right? And we always do some sort of 40+ minute walkthrough detailing and discussing everything that's on display there. That's really fun. I always look forward to making that video and updating and showcasing the figures to you guys, talking about the new lines, telling you my thoughts and stuff. And we'll do a WrestleMania Superstore toy hunt, I'm sure, as well. And again, I just plan on vlogging and just having fun with it, man. So it's a lot of fun every time we go out there and stuff like that. But some other notable stuff that we don't necessarily know about that could be on display at WrestleMania. The last thing I have here, I think, is going to be the Street Fighter Series 4 figures, and we do know pretty much that this is going to be Mark Henry as Balrog. We talked about that in a leaked lineup. I think Walmart listings, really, and I guess it's possible that these are a part of Walmart Collector Con, but I don't think so. I think this is going to be later on, probably a WrestleMania reveal, but Mark Henry as Balrog. We also have Shawn Michaels as Vega, so that's another cool one that we talked about a little while ago. And then the third one is going to be some sort of Player 2 figure that's to be determined, and we were using context clues and basically saying this is probably going to be a repaint of the John Cena from Series 2, because in Series 3 they had included the Player 2 version of Ultimate Warrior Blanca that was from Series 1. So we figured in Series 4 they'll probably take a figure from Series 2, and we just guesstimate that it'll be a blue Player 2 Guile as John Cena, or John Cena as Guile. So that's what we're going to, you know, just of course put up there and guess. So that's what we have there, man. That is all of the new figures that we know about coming in 2026, and just not every single thing that I mentioned here. We do know about that Liv Morgan as well that's got the grayed out, you know, we saw it way back at Comic-Con. I imagine this figure, surely we'll get an update on this figure sooner or later. I mean, Mattel revealed, or WrestleMania 42, surely we'll get an update on that Liv Morgan. I don't know if that was an Elite 128 figure, if that was an Ultimate, or what the hell it was, but hopefully we'll get an update on that Liv Morgan. That's one that kind of just disappeared on us. We haven't gotten an update on that in 7 months or something like that. So hopefully that'll be the case, man. But that is everything that I got for you, man. Before we get out of here, let's get into our random comment shout out. And the shout out today is going to go to Blackout8777, who says, it's a 4-Pete. I hope to meet you. Talking about WrestleMania, man. Actually crazy. We went to WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania 41, and now we're going to WrestleMania 42. And again, man, if anybody's going to WrestleMania, always be on the lookout, man. I would love to meet you guys or talk figures or whatever, man. Just I always have a joy speaking with you guys and talking about figures or anything, because usually, you know, this is really when I talk about figures. I don't get to talk in person a whole lot about the action figures, so I come to, you know, the community and you guys and everything like that to get my thoughts out and just talk about it, and I appreciate you guys so much for being a listening ear. And yeah, man, hope to see everybody out there at WrestleMania. Always one of the best trips of the year, and I look forward to it every single year, so should be a blessing, and I hope to meet you guys out there. But that is going to wrap it up, man. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I'll see you guys later.